you were involved a ton of touchdowns. Just kind of one of those days for you, huh?
Yeah, it was a good day. Finally get to go against someone else. So that was a lot of fun. You go against the same guys every day in camp. You feel like they start to know, the routes that we're running, the concepts, what we like to run in one-on-one. So to go against someone new, it felt good. Just feels like they don't really know all the time what's coming. So that's the fun part. But just to go against someone else, compete, is always a lot of fun.
What did you think of the offense overall, to say? I mean, you guys really played well today in really all periods.
Yeah, I think we just keep getting better, I feel like, each and every day in camp. You got new coaches, new staff. It's going to take some time to gel and get things figured out. But I think every day we're getting better. We're figuring stuff out. I think the coaches are doing a great job of adjusting. We're doing a great job of listening to what they're coaching us to do. And we're all just, I feel like, coming together and trying to make things right. I think that's what we're doing. We showed up today. And that was the biggest thing. Just wanted to go out there. I think we had a little bit too many penalties, but I think it was just a matter of, having refs out there for the first time was a little different. But we just want to go out there, compete, and try to be, have the least amount of mental errors. Just try to stay, focused and compete, like I said. And that was the biggest thing for us.
Davies, Taylor, if you guys needed a day like this, if the offense needed a day like this, do you feel like seeing another team with how camp's gone so far, did you guys need a day like this? I
think so. Like I said, we got a pretty good defense, a tough defense. Going up against them every day, it's tough. Like I said, you're going against the same team. They're getting used to our concepts, how we do things. I mean, we've had pretty much the same team for the past few years. So Shep's dialing up, but to go against a different defense, it's refreshing, something new. I mean, we're going to be going against different guys all year, so we got to get used to it now. But it's always fun to go against, like I said, different guys, compete, see different defenses, maybe defenses we haven't seen. We got to adjust too, so it's a lot of fun.
Are you working on anything in particular at all? I mean, obviously coming off an off-season where you had your own injury as well, you was pushing through. Was you working, looking to work on anything in particular against the secondary? What was you seeing out of that Miami secondary? I know Jack Jones back from high school. He's from California, so me and him go way back. But they got I think they moved a lot of guys. So they got a bunch of new guys, I think, on defense, younger guys and whatnot. But they competed, they played hard. But like I said, for us as an offense, we just want to go out there and do what we do. Execute, no mental errors, splits, alignment, depth of the route, everything, no penalties. So that's really the biggest thing for us is being clean. And I think we were pretty clean. We had some penalties, but just executing at a high level because I feel like that's what we've been doing here for the past few years. So we want to continue to keep that going.
Do you have Jackson
always been a talker like that? Is he always been one
Jack. I think DBs in general talk more than other guys, but yeah, I think he's a talker. But I think that's what gets them going. There's guys like that they talk, and once you talk back, that's what they need to get them going. So I know exactly what kind of player he is, and that's just, every player is different. That's what gets them going.
Do you have his number back in today? Did today feel more like the offense that you guys have dominated over the past 2 years, and where did you maybe feel that the most today?
I think, anytime you're executing, you're catching balls, your run game's going, you're protecting the quarterback, and you're scoring touchdowns, getting first down. It always looks good. So we haven't watched the tape yet, but from what I saw out here, it looked pretty solid for us as an offense. There's obviously going to be things that we need to clean up, but I think, like I said, every day we want to get better. We want to keep getting better. That's the goal. You honestly want to keep getting better until the end of the season. So as long as we can keep it improving, that's the biggest thing.
Was it acknowledged? Was it acknowledged in any of the offensive meeting rooms amongst the staff and coaches and players that you guys needed to have a good day offensively? Did you guys talk about it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we feel like every day we can be better, but I feel like it's kind of you don't need to say it's a white elephant. We feel like as an offense, maybe this camp, there has been some struggles for us as an offense, but I think that's normal. You got new coaches, different things, moving parts, and you're going against a really good defense every day, so things can get tough, but for us as an offense, we know, the ability that we have, the playmakers we have, the quarterback we have, the O-line, so it's just a matter of time for us to just keep getting better, improving. Like I said, that's the name of the game for us right now. And as long as we can just keep stacking days, I think we'll be just fine.
We know the physicality of these things can boil over at some points. And there was a part where Tesla had some bites and he wasn't afraid to go up. What do you like to see out of young guys investing in that moment?
Yeah, you love to see young guys compete. That's the biggest thing. Isaac's putting his head in there. He's blocking. And that's something I feel like as a young guy, us older players respect that because that's just telling us, when he's out there, when he's with when he's with us out there on Sundays, he's gonna, put his life on the line. He's gonna block, go get that safety. The catching, the running routes, that's gonna come easy for him. I mean, that's what we do. We run routes, we catch balls. So, I mean, for young guys to go in there and put their head in there and hit guys that maybe they've never hit, their first joint practice of their career, things get chippy, guys start fighting. I mean, you don't want to fight in joint practices, but it happens. But just being able to compete for young guys, I think this is one of the best things they can do.
What about Iffy at the end there?
I mean, Jared's Jared. He's consistent. He's the same guy every day. He brings the energy. And I think, if you give Jared protection, he's one of the best in this league. So that's our biggest goal is protecting him, us getting open as receivers, creating that separation. And as long as he's in that pocket, he's gonna give us a ball that we can catch, and we're gonna do the rest.
Hey, can you grade your catch on 33? Can you just walk us through that?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully my feet were in. I don't know how the refs call that. I feel like the ball was on his helmet, so as long as that ball wasn't moving, I think I'm good. But like I said, it was in the moment. I hope I was in. But yeah, it was a pretty good catch and throw by us. Okay, that's all good. Then that's always good then.
Hey, what happened at the end? Is there some bad blood with Iffy in the receiving corps?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was walking back and I just looked back and I see J-Mo and Iffy, but I'm not sure what happened. Like I said, I was late to it. Probably some just competing, probably some exchange some words. I'm not sure, but I think guys just competing at the end. J-Mo probably wanted to catch that. So just guys competing.
And you and Jack in one-on-ones. I mean, did you have Jack's number back in the day too? I mean,
Jack's a good player. He was a little bit older than me coming out of high school. So, I never really went against him in high school, went up against him in college when he was at Arizona State. I was at USC. But he's an instinctive player. You guys see the pick six he had. I think that was last year or 2 years ago when he was in the Raiders. The one-hander, it was crazy. So really, really instinctive. So he can definitely catch you lacking if he's jumping on routes and stuff like that. But I'm happy for him to see him. He's bounced around a bit in this league, but he's still here and he's competing, so I'm happy for him.
Offense looked terrific today. Just your evaluation. I know you always want to watch the film, but just first impressions of how you guys looked today.
It felt good.
Yeah.
It didn't. You can usually get a general vibe of how it went out there. The ball security still wasn't there. That's something we've been preaching. We still need to do better at that. But overall, the execution of the offense, the physicality, the finish, it seemed like it was there.
Is this the best it's felt since training camp started?
I would say so. One thing, we have a really good defense that we practice against, so the yards are going to be tough to come by. And then you get a new opponent, and just with the way that we practice and the tempo that we practice at, we play that way, so when we get in games, it's harder for other people to keep up, and I think that pays dividends. It's hard on you as a player. You got to recover, you got to take care of yourself, but when it goes to playing against other teams, I think it pays dividends.
St. Brown's been around for a while. You've seen a lot of good stuff, but do you ever marvel at just what he's able to do during a practice, having the practice that he did today? Do you ever just sit back and marvel at it still?
Yeah. Because you see all the highlight catches he has. It's cool to see a guy who, he's all pro. He's the best. It's cool to see a guy like that continue to go out here every day and go do everything full speed, do all of his blocking full speed, want to do one-on-ones against everybody. He embodies what our team's supposed to be about. So, he's incredible.
Taylor, did the offense need this at all? Was there any shadow of a doubt that you guys would get here? Just the way things, kind of the choppiness early on in camp. Is this important to play like that?
Yeah, we're not where we want to be for week one of the season for sure, and there's been some moving parts. I haven't even really practiced until a couple days ago. It was my first team reps in practice, and I've played with a lot of these guys a lot. So there's a level of continuity, and there's been a little bit of a Rolodex of players at left tackle and stuff like that. So having guys in and out, and then like I said, we were playing against a really good defense. Our defense has a lot of good players, and they're playing at a high level. So we're definitely not where we want to be. Week one, but we got time. We're going to get there, and we're going to continue to get better. And this was a good one to build on, and we got to come on and just do it again tomorrow.
And chippiness, I'm sure it wasn't anything major, but you just kind of expect a little bit of that when you're going against different uniforms.
Yeah, you get out there. There's unfamiliar faces. They're not necessarily your teammates. You're not trying to hurt anybody, but you're playing hard, and that's just the nature of competition. You get a bunch of guys out here. Up until the end, it was pretty tame. It seemed like I don't know what it looked like on the defensive field over here, but it seemed pretty tame for the most part. Guys just playing hard.
What did happen at the end? Iffy?
I didn't see the start of it. I know it was Amon-Ra. I didn't see the start of it. I just heard people start yelling, and then that was the most tired I was all practice. Was in there wrestling guys.
How did it feel for you personally out there, getting out there?
Great.
And back into
Yeah.
What were you hoping to feel, and what did you feel?
Like for me personally, you're saying?
Yeah.
Number one, hope my shoulder feels good. It feels really good. And then the conditioning aspect of it, we did a lot of work on running, stuff inside during practice to make sure once I was able to get in practice, I wasn't going to have an issue with conditioning that was going to cause me to not be able to have reps. I mean, we're building my reps up right now. Today I probably got 20, but that was the big thing. Like, am I going to be in shape? Is my body going to feel good? Because I think if I can get those things down, like I know how to play football.
This offensive line has set such a high standard for itself the past 3 years, really. Did today feel more like the standard you guys have come to know? Is that more what you guys want to be and want to look like?
Yeah, it felt that way. You know, there's always going to be stuff to clean up for sure, but it did feel that way. And I think that's good to see, especially when you have some young guys and now you're playing unfamiliar faces, to see how they respond. Because, you know, the level of intensity goes up a little bit. There might be a little nerves, a little anxiety. So that was good to see that as a whole unit, and kind of from like 1s, 2s to 3s, everybody came out there composed, competed, and executed.
What does that feel like? Is it the push off the ball? Is it the fluidity with the entire offensive line? Like, what stood out the most to you? Just feeling it, feeling right.
I think number one is going to be communication, and then physicality. You know, do you know what to do, and are you physical when you're going to do it? I felt that. I felt the push at the line. And again, we'll need to look at it and see, because I'm sure there's plays here and there that don't look as good as they felt. But that'd be the two things, definitely communication and just being physical.
I don't know if you saw the moment where Dolphins defender got up and kind of Tate Ravitch's face, and he really kept his composure, like you had noted, just wanting everybody to be composed. For a young guy like that, do you like that he's holding his own and wailing the line of physicality and composure?
Yeah, I don't think that he's scared of anybody. So that is not a concern of mine. He's got bite. He's not going to back down from anything. So that's not a concern at all. Was it a defensive back that did it? I mean, it's a defensive back. I mean, they can get choke slammed if they want to. Like, and then the other thing would be, there's a lot of eyes on us. So the league's watching. Like, they're if you do something, they might want to fine you, or find the organization and stuff like that. So yeah, we want to compete. We want to be physical. We're not going to back down from anybody, but you also have to have the composure aspect too.
Just your overall thoughts on practice. It seemed like a pretty strong day for the defense.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it's always stuff to clean up. Really liked how we came out here and competed. It feels good for our starters to be able to go against a different offense, see different looks. Man, it's a good day, good days of work. But obviously also got stuff to clean up. But that's what practice is for. And we're a couple weeks out from to but it starts now. And Coach hit it this morning in the team meeting. Like we have to put everything together starting today. So
Does a day like today reaffirm? We've seen more days from the defense than the offense, before dominant days, and then you guys come out here and you're dominant again today. Does that just kind of reaffirm what you've seen from this defense all through training camp?
I mean, y'all see what happened when we got a healthy defense. That's really what I can say about it. I mean, like, it just feels good. I know from my perspective, for just like I said last time, just to look around, you see a bunch of dogs around you, and then we got depth. We got guys that come in there and fill those gaps and those holes, and whatever we need is always next man up mentality, and I feel like there's never a drop off. So I mean, it's all of us as a collective group, all of us on our defense. Not just the starters, but guys that's going in and doing their role and doing their job very well. I love it. I love the how aggressive we are, the mentality we have. I would just say our standard is really high, and even, I mean, out from the outside looking in, it might look great, but we know it's a lot of stuff to clean up, and we got to clean those things up to get where we want to go. So,
does it feel like the defense might even be more aggressive than when AG was here? We know AG was aggressive with the blitz, but it feels like maybe you're even more attacking this year.
I think. Sort of, kind of. I mean, I think that Shep has an aggressive mentality, and we got people who can rush and people who can pressure, go against tight ends and running backs and pressure get to the quarterback. So I mean, when you have those type of guys that can do that, you use those tools, and I think AG did a good job with that too. But I mean, yeah, I would say it's a little more aggressive this year. So and I love it. So
I know you guys weren't going against Tyreek or Waddle, but I mean, it looked like you guys were just in on most everything and really had them kind of bottled up for the most part.
Yeah.
To the point standpoint. Can you just describe, what the takeaway you had from this practice, this joint practice?
Man, the way we compete. I mean, when you sit out, and even when like I'm not in and I'm watching everybody else out on the field, like this the way we compete, how we want to get better, how we learn from mistakes, man, I love it. I mean, it's just like I said, a bunch of dogs out there on the field on the defense, man, and like hungry for the ball, hungry to make a play. I mean, when you got 11 guys on the field together that's wanting to make a play, but also doing their job, man, the sky's the limit. But no, man, I really, really love the way we come out and compete. And
how encouraging was it to make stop after stop? I mean, where you guys were, basically again gumming it up for them.
I mean, I just, like I said, I think it's just our standard. I mean, it's our standard to do that. I mean, we should expect, a 3-and-out every time we step out on the field. I mean, stop the offense from, limited points and things like that. But that's just what we're about. And, I'm super excited to see where we go this year.
Hey, Derrick, we saw what this defense could do last year before all the injuries hit. Was today against a really good offense what it felt like then?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like for me, it just feels good to see everybody out there again with a healthy defense. And, and credit goes to the guys who stepped up when the starters last year got hurt, because they did a phenomenal job too. And that goes all the way back to the depth I said we had. But, man, just to, come out here and be with our brothers once again, and everybody, our chemistry together, linebackers, D-line, DBs, man, it feels great.
The chemistry between you, Jack, and Alex is really clear. But, like, schematically, when you're out there together, what do you like most about the way you guys play as a trio?
I would say that something that the offense don't know is they never know what we're doing. All three of us can do everything. Like, all three of us can do everything. We can pass rush. We can quarter. I mean, we can cover cover running backs and tight ends. We can run and hit. Like, all of us do the same thing. So to have all three of us out there on the field at the same time, like, to give the offense a different look, and they never know where we're in. So that's the biggest thing. It's just we always know what each other's thinking, always talking on and off the field about how can we make this better and that better. It feels good. And that's with the whole linebacker room. I mean, all that chemistry is great. And I just feel good to be back out there with those guys.
Did it feel like you guys were beginning to show that last year, but before you got hurt? And how refreshing is it to be back out here, kind of picking up where you left off, with those two especially?
Oh man, it's amazing. Just like I said, pick up where I left off, and man, it feels good once again for all of us to be healthy and be back out on the field together. So.
Typically, you want the offense to lose some practice too, guys. They had a really good day out there that you guys couldn't see a ton of.
Right.
Amon-Ra said the white elephant in the room was offense needs to pick it up. Is there anything you can see defensive-wise that they just needed to do a little bit better to really get on their horse again and get everything together?
I mean, not really. I mean, they, like, our offense, you guys know that. I expect the same thing our offense did last year, the same thing to happen this year. How explosive and explosive plays they get, how dominant our offense is, and they'll continue to do that. I mean, we got a new offensive coordinator. I mean, it's normal for things to, kind of navigate towards picking up, if that makes sense. I think that once they get everything down and once they get the chemistry going, I think the sky's the limit for them. I mean, there's always something to learn each and every day. Like I said, I expect none less from our offense. Our offense is going to go out and dominate, so I'm not worried about that at all. But no, man, I'm super excited for them. Got some young guys over there that are phenomenal, and I'm super excited to see them pick over where they left off last year. So you're fine.
It's all about, like, hey, the offense needs to have a good day. When you guys are beating up on them so much, that probably, like, hey, they're still our team. They need to have a good day.
Oh, 100%. When we go to joint practices, even in games, it's like, man, we room for them as much as they room for us. I mean, like, this is what we go against. I feel like we each go against the best every day, and to come out to do it to another opponent. We're in a locker room and we telling each other, let's go. Usually we don't speak to the offense when it's regular camp practice, but today, man, it just, we feed off each other, man. The energy, like, we can hear them over there, the crowd over there cheering, and they can hear the crowd over here cheering, and that just gets you going. So.
Hey, for you, Derrick, what was your favorite play you made today? Is there one that comes to mind that you're proud of?
I would say if they gave me the sack, I don't know if they did or not. When I got held on one of the games we ran, got through there pretty good, ran in good. But nah, man, it just feels good. I think it was with Davenport. We kind of always sit down and talk about rushing and stuff like that. So no, that probably one of my favorite plays today. A lot of stuff to close up. Wasn't my best practice, but that's what practice is for, and I'll pick it up tomorrow. So.
A lot of questions. A lot of people say that this is made to be as close to a game as possible.
100%.
How close is it though? Like, because I mean, you don't have the traditional processes of a game day, but how close is the action on the field?
I mean, it's close. The intensity close. The only thing you're not doing is bringing guys to the ground. I mean, you have to treat this like a game. I mean, it's a different opponent. It's not just our offense. It's going to get a different offense. So the intensity has to be like a game. And this is right here is where it shows you what the year's going to be like. So guys are laying it all out on the line and trying to get better, so we know what we got going into this year. So.
How much do you pride yourself on being, I guess, the guy that fires other guys up with your play?
I mean, to be honest, as soon as the whistle blows, I can't think about nothing but what's going on right then and there. So, but you know, I'm a teammate that if my teammates make a play, I'm always, you know, get excited for them. So if I can make plays, I know that's going to help us. That's going to help the energy, you know what I'm saying? So just try to fly around, hit folks, do my job. You know what I'm saying? All right, KJ.
What's the feeling, I guess, you know, on the sideline, even on the field, like, as you guys were making stop after stop, I guess?
Like I said, man, it's one of those things where you're happy to see it play out. You're happy to know that your hard work is doing something, going against somebody new. But at the same time, there's little things in there we need to clean up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we can focus on. I think our effort was phenomenal today. Our competitive edge was where you would expect. But little bitty things that I think we can clean up as a defense. Yeah.
Did you get the sense they were getting frustrated, I guess, with the fact that, I mean, again, you were gumming it up for them as much as you were?
I mean, nah, not really. I just be focusing on us. You know what I'm saying? It's about us. And, you know, we'll be frustrated if they get any first downs. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, our goal tomorrow. It's our goal every play to make a stop. You know what I'm saying? So there was times where we didn't. And, you know, even though we maybe had more stops than not, we want to stop every time, you know, especially we're out here on the practice field. Maybe there's a little bit more communication from the sideline and stuff like that. So definitely want to try to just up that a little bit tomorrow when it comes to the details. Yeah.
What teams have to adjust to your practice style when they come in here for the joint practice or just the aggressive nature?
I mean, I think everybody's got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you come out here, it's a little humid. It's a little later than we usually practice. Maybe Miami's a little bit more used to it. But for us, you know, I think everybody's got to make a decision on both sides, you know, what type of time we're going to be on when we step on the field, what type of player are you going to be during this play. You're a little tired, you're a little groggy, so are they. And I think that's something that we harp on every day. So I think our guys did a good job for sure.
What do you love about the competitive environment of these practices?
Man, you know, it's I would say, like, when I'm practicing every day, maybe I know the route concepts of the Detroit by now. Maybe I know Shane Zylstra's one-on-one go-to, you know what I'm saying? But some of these guys, you know, you've never seen them before, you know, it's brand new to you. So really being able to see your skill against their skill, your effort and talent against their talent. And so tomorrow, I think it's one of those things where it'll feel a little bit more like normal practice where, oh, I remember what that guy did last one-on-one, so maybe he'll do something different or something like that. So, yeah, man, every day we compete here, so it didn't feel like anything new for sure. Yeah.
Right on how good you guys are, what you need to work on with the offense in terms of, like, seeing a different team to be able to stack up where you're at?
Yeah, for sure. I think that that's one of them things we get in the film room. Maybe it wasn't as good as we thought. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some things we can clean up. Like, I know myself, there was a couple times where maybe I made the play, but maybe my man was way over there wide open, you know? So little things I think we can tweak and make sure we're staying solid to our fundamentals regardless of what's going on the other side of the ball.
Just first impressions before seeing the film, what you think of how you guys did out there? From the outside looking in, pretty dominant.
Yeah, I think we were very physical. I think we were very confident. And, you know, tomorrow I want to see the consistency go up from us, from that first group to the second group to the third group, everybody out there, you know, we expect no drop off. So I think we can improve on that tomorrow for sure.